Periodic and aperiodic signal. We know that in our life there are so many periodic events. For example, the sunset and the sunrise. So daily morning the sunrise happens and in the evening sunset happens. The phase changes of moon. Every 14 days this phase changes of moon will happen. Even if we look into our life, we can see that there is a periodicity in many of the works we do in our life. For example, getting up in the morning, daily we are doing that. Reading newspaper and having a breakfast, daily we are doing that. Going for the work, then going to the gym, having dinner, then going to the sleep at the night. So these are all examples of periodic events which happens in our life. In a similar fashion, in signals and systems subject also, there is a classification called periodic signal. What is meant by a periodic signal? Here you can see the time axis is x-axis and x of t is in the y-axis. That is the signal x of t. Here if you carefully observe the shape of the signal, you can see that the shape of the signal is repeating after every t0 time. So this particular time, after this time, see you can see that, so that green color is the first replica of the signal, and after that t0 time, this can be anything. For example, this can be 1 hour, or this can be 30 seconds. It can be anything. So after that t0 time, the same event is repeating, or same signal is repeating with the same shape. There is no change in the shape. If we assume that this is the 0 value and the time is increasing in the x-axis like this, and this signal is continuing from the past to the present and to the future, but the shape of the signal is preserved for a period, and this t0 is known as the fundamental period. So we can say that the signal is repeating after the fundamental period. So there are so many such signals which we have studied in mathematics. For example, we have studied about sinusoidal signal. So it will repeat after every 2 pi. It will repeat like this. So sinusoidal signal is an example of a periodic signal. And also cosine signal. Cosine signal is also another example of a sinusoidal signal. For example, it will go like repeat in that way. Cosine signal will repeat in that way. So these are all examples of periodic signals. Now, what is the definition of a periodic signal? So let us check it. Let us take the case of continuous time signal first. For a continuous time periodic signal, there exists some positive number t0. This is very, very important. There exists some positive number t0, which we denote as the fundamental period. This t0 is the fundamental period of the signal x of t, such that x of t will be equal to x of t plus t0. So what is the meaning of that? So if we have some signal like this, and this is called t0, this is called t0, the period. So if you look at the signal, it will be equal. If you look at the signal after the fundamental period, they will be similar and equal if you look at the signal after the fundamental period. See, if you look from here to here, the signal is same, and if you look from here to here, then also the signal look like the same signal. That is happening because of the periodicity. If you look after t0 period, the shape of the signal is not changing. It appears that the same signal, it is the same signal. So that is the meaning of this equation. X of t, the signal is equal to x of t plus t0. If you shift t0 fundamental period and if you look into the signal, it appears that the same signal exists there. So that is the meaning of the periodic signal. So that is the definition. For a continuous time periodic signal, there exists some positive number t0, which we denote as the fundamental period of the signal x of t, such that x of t is equal to x of t plus t0. Now, what is the fundamental frequency of this particular? We know that the fundamental period is given as the fundamental period is given as t0. So in school we have studied that the frequency is the reciprocal of the time period. So we can say that the fundamental frequency is given as 1 by t0 cycles per second. So this is the linear frequency. The unit is hertz, and we are checking how many cycles of the periodic signal is completed in 1 second. For example, if this sine wave is going 2 times in 1 second, this is 1 second, and we have 2 sine waves in that 1 second, means 2 hertz is the frequency of that particular signal. Now We can also express frequency in angular frequency. So angular frequency is mainly measuring how many radians are covered in 1 second. How many radians are covered in seconds. So one cycle is equal to, actually one cycle is equal to 2 pi radians. When we cover one circle completely, actually we will cover 2 pi radian, right? So instead of this one cycle, we have to put 2 pi here. So 2 pi by T0, omega 0 is equal to 2 pi by T0 radians per second is the definition for the fundamental frequency if you are expressing it in angular frequency. Now the same thing can be applied to the discrete time signal, the discrete time version of the signal. Not only in a continuous time version, even in discrete time version we can have a periodic signal. So what is the definition? Same definition, instead of T and capital T0, we will have N here, because in discrete time signal we are considering the index numbers. We are only considering the index numbers of the time samples, right? For a discrete, see the definition, for a discrete time periodic signal, there exists some positive integer capital N, which we denote as the fundamental period of the signal x of n. Here the signal is x of n. This is how the discrete time signal is represented, right? Such that x of n is equal to x of n plus capital N. Similar thing here also. So assume that this is a periodic sine wave like this. This is a periodic discrete time periodic sine wave. So the same thing will repeat after this one also. It will repeat after this one also. So it will go like this. So if you look carefully, you can see that after n samples, after capital N samples, if you look at the signal, so this is not ending here. Actually the signal is continuing. This signal is continuing. Okay, so don't think that this is ended here. Okay, so this is continuing. So I will just put dots. So if you after n samples, so this is x of n. So after n samples, if you come and look here, then also the signal appears to be the same signal. So its shape is not changed. It is again periodically continuing. So if you look at the signal after the fundamental period, the signal look the same. So they are equal. That is the basic idea of this definition. X of n is equal to x of n plus capital N. That is the definition of a discrete time periodic signal. Now, what is the fundamental frequency? Fundamental period in the case of a discrete time signal is capital N. So because of that reason, the linear frequency f0 is given as 1 by capital N cycles per second, which is also expressed as hertz. And the fundamental frequency in radian per second or angular frequency can be expressed as 2 pi by N. 2 pi by N. There it was 2 pi by T in the case of a continuous time periodic signal. Here it is 2 pi by capital N radians per second. That is the formal definitions of periodic signal. Now coming to the aperiodic signal. So what is meant by aperiodic signal? Which is the just opposite of the periodic signal. So what is meant by that? There is no repetition of the signal. There is no repetition or there is no replicas of the signal. See, consider this particular signal. See, this signal is starting at the negative time. So it is starting in the past, so it is coming to the present, and it is slowly decaying and ending in the future. So this is how the signal look like. So this signal is not repeating. This, see, if you look at this negative time axis and positive time axis, you cannot see any replicas of the signal. So this is an example of a aperiodic signal which does not have any repetition, right? So there is no formal definition required. We can understand that any signal which are not periodically repeating, which are not periodic in nature, are called aperiodic signal. Now some properties are very important in the case of a periodic signal. So the first property is this. Now we have a signal like this, and there is a question, is this signal periodic? So most of the time we will be tempted to say that this is a periodic signal, but actually this is not a periodic signal. Why it is not a periodic signal? For example, if you look to T0, if you shift to T0, and so you will reach somewhere here. So this is 1 T0. So if you cover this much distance, you will cover T0, right? And if you cover one more T0, you will reach at this location. And if you look from this position, you can see that its value is 0. Its value is 0. So actually what is our definition? X of t equal to x of t plus capital T0, or any multiple of capital 0. We can also say that it is equal to x is equal to t plus mt0. It should appear same. Then only we can say that it is periodic. But here the value becomes 0. Why that is the case? because we have only 3 replicas of this particular triangular signal. So this is an example of a triangular signal, only 3 replicas of the triangular signal, and after that it is becoming 0. In the past also it was 0, in the negative time axis also it was 0. So this cannot be considered as a periodic signal. So periodic signal is an everlasting signal, so that you have to keep in your mind. Periodic signal is an everlasting signal. Periodic signal is an everlasting signal. So what is the meaning of that? The signal must start in the minus infinity time, so somewhere in the past, and it should go up to the plus infinity. So it should start in the minus infinity and it should go up to the plus infinity, and there should be replicas like this from minus infinity to plus infinity. Then only we can say that the signal is periodic. So it is very difficult for us to draw up to infinity, so we will put dots like this. So if you put dot like this, that means the signal is continuing from minus infinity to plus infinity. So this is the first property we have to keep in your mind. Periodic signal is a everlasting signal which starts in minus infinity and ends at infinity. It doesn't have a starting and it doesn't have an end. But practically such signals are not possible to generate, but we will assume that signals starting somewhere at t is equal to 0 and continuing for a long time periodically as a periodic signal. In reality we cannot have such a signal, because how can we start a signal in minus infinity and how can we go up to plus infinity? So in reality periodic signals, everlasting periodic signals are not existing, but the mathematical definition of periodic signal is like this: it is an everlasting signal. And the next point is that if you have a signal like this, if you have an aperiodic signal, so this is an aperiodic signal, this is an aperiodic signal. If you have an aperiodic signal like this, how can we create a periodic signal from this aperiodic signal? How can we create a periodic signal from this aperiodic signal? The answer is that by periodically extending the replicas. See, if you can periodically extend the replicas of the aperiodic signal to plus infinity and minus infinity like this, you will get the periodic signal. So you can create a periodic signal from the aperiodic signal by periodically extending the aperiodic signal. So this is a very important property of the periodic signal. We can create the periodic signal from a periodic signal by periodically extending it. And coming to the third property, area of fundamental period. So what is the area of the signal for a fundamental period? We have taken two areas with the fundamental period t0. For example, the distance from point A, this is point A, to A plus t0, because this is A and I have added t0 into that, so this point value is equal to A plus t0. So this is a region and there is an area for this particular region. So I will shade it using the blue color. So this is the area. So this area is from A to A plus t0. If you look, you can see this is A, and this is A plus t0. Okay, and this is the one area. There is another area which we need to consider, that is B. So this is the point B. This is the point B. You can see that this length is B and plus t0. So I am adding t0 with B. So I will reach up to this point, or this is known as B plus t0. This is known as B plus t0, and that is also an area. We can consider that as also an area. So I will shade it like this using the red color. I will just shade it like this using the red color. So there is an overlap between the previous area and this area. So this is the area of this particular region. Because of the periodicity, they both should be equal. Area of the fundamental period should be equal. So otherwise we can tell like this in terms of integral A to A plus t0 x of t will be equal to integral B to B plus t0 x of t dt. So this is another definition, area of a signal for a fundamental period. So if the distance between one point to the other point is fundamental period, then the area of these two regions will be equal. This is another important property of the periodic signal. I hope it is clear.